Hey everyone, so this would be my review on the Tetra Colorfusion 5-gallon starter kit here. So I want to say I paid somewhere between $40 to $50 at Meijer, but the only place I can find it online right now is actually at Walmart, walmart.com, and they have it on here for $94, which sounds ridiculous. For 94 bucks, I would not buy this tank. There are many other tanks you can buy for almost 100 bucks. But for around 40 to 50 bucks, this is not too bad of a tank here. So first, let's go over the dimensions real fast. So it is in inches, 18.25 long by 10.5 wide and 12.10 tall. So I mean, it's a standard 5-gallon tank is what this is. But it comes with some extra stuff which gives it that color fusion, namely the color changing LEDs, which I'll show off the colors at the end of the video here. Then also has the bubble wand in the back there, which I do not have hooked up at the moment. I feel like it just causes too much water movement, and I don't want my beta to be sent flying around the tank. But I can plug that in too and show you guys how that works again near the end of the video here. So let's start at the top and work our way down. So first up top here, of course, get a black hood. Hopefully that was not my beta freaking out. I didn't mean to hit that hard. Anyway, so you get a black hood here with a feeder hole, no flap. So I mean, it shouldn't matter, but I do like when they have flaps on them. In the back, you do have a spot here for your cord, for the your air hose cord, your air hose. That's a better way to say it. Back here is a spot for your filter. That just kind of sits there, and then there is the LEDs. And this is the same hood, like I mentioned it in my unboxing. This is the same hood that you get on Walmart's brand Aquaculture, their 5-gallon tank. So you have these cords here, or the spot for the cords here, and you have the spot here for the LED that you get with the Aquaculture one. It's kind of funny because you get this LED bar with this Tetra. It's okay. It's decently bright. It's not the brightest. I'm kind of surprised it isn't brighter. But I mean, it does a good job though. Again, I'll show off the different colors at the end of the video here. I mean, I like it. It's good. It's good for the size of a tank. Moving on to the filter here. This is somewhat adjustable. There's just a little slider on it, and it seems to be doing a decent job. So I'll show you guys. Now it's making noises. So I mean, it has some grime on it, but it's not the craziest. I mean, if you guys are overstocking the tank, I would get a different filter. But for beta, it's good. It does leave some. Let's see there. It does have the oily stuff on the top here. So I mean, it's not doing the best of water movement on top. But I mean, again, for beta, it's just fine. You don't want that much water movement anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's quiet, except for when I just moved it there because it's rubbing on the back. I mean, it's very quiet. I'll give it that. It definitely does live up to the Whisper name. And it looks okay. I mean, again, really, nothing bad about this. It's okay. And here is a side profile of the filter. So you see, it is actually pretty big though. It's pretty long. It goes very, very far into the tank. But you can easily hide it with some plants or other decor. The silicone on mine is pretty good, but you always want to check it before you add in water. It's nice and pretty well even. Some spots are a little bit slimmer than others, but that's to be expected, and it is just clear. I do prefer black to match the top and the bottom trim, but it looks good. I mean, you don't really notice it when you look at this, whereas on black you do. Again, I do prefer black, but that's just my own personal preference. And then the bottom, like I just mentioned, does have black trim, like pretty much any other tank. Just like the top is black as well. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it does come with the air pump, or it does come with the bubbler. And then it gives you this little pump with it as well, so that's very cool. You don't need to buy your own. And it does have little feet on the bottom, so it should sit pretty well on there. And they also give you the hose too, of course. To control the LED lights, they give you this little thing, tiny little button on this And it's a couple of inch long black box here. So you'll click and hold to turn it off. Just click it once to turn it on. Click it one more time to keep it on the color that you are on. So now it's on pinkish. We'll click that button once and it'll stay on that pink. Click again and it'll start to cycle through the colors again. So when you first turn it on, if you do not click it one more time, it will cycle through the colors right away. And I'll let it cycle through the colors so you all can see what colors it comes with. Close my blinds as well here. If they want to cooperate. So you have white, you have a pinkish color, you have red. Goes back to a white. Whiter white than the first one. I guess the first one's maybe more like a yellow white. Then it'll turn into a bluish color. It looks way better in person, of course. You see my glow beta's glowing, standing with the rocks in there. So it kind of goes to like a aqua blue, and then to like an actual blue. I was going back to like a whitish again. And then it turns into a green. And then back to like the aqua. And then back to white. So I basically just keep mine on the first color, which is that yellow white color. Then we're going to like a purple pink, which actually looks really cool. Again, this looks way better in person than it does through the camera, of course. And then this is what the bubble wand looks like. Some reason my entire thing's not going. It started up and then it kind of died. But half of it's going. This is what it looks like. Camera does not want to focus in on that at all. But the entire bar is supposed to go. When the entire bar is going, it looks really cool. I don't know why mine's not doing it all the way now. I mean, I haven't used this since I first set it up the tank. I used it for like a day, and I turned it off. That might be why. But yeah, so the entire bar is supposed to be doing what it's doing on the left side there, of course. It looks really cool. Again, I just felt like it was going to give off too much current for my beta. Because then, of course, you do get that. And two, you also see the water's kind of, I was going to call that popping. So you get a lot of spray coming off of that as well. It also hits the LED bar. And I don't know how good that is for the LED bar. Be getting hit all the time by water. But you guys can keep yours on if you want. Again, I really do like the look of them. They do look really cool. Especially in a bigger tank. Like now if I had this in my 45, they look really sweet and it wouldn't bother the fish as much. I think in the 5-gallon tank though, for me personally, I just keep it off. Alright guys, so that is the Tetra Colorfusion 5-gallon tank kit here. So you do get quite a bit of stuff. Again, I want to say somewhere between 40 and 50 bucks. Online though, they're like almost 100 at Walmart.com. Which no way would I spend 100 bucks on this. You can get a bigger tank for that price, a bigger, better tank for that price. But unlike most other kits though, you do get this wand with the air pump as well, which is really cool. I see my beta's kind of checking out the bubbles a bit. Alright guys, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.